26 minutes on to 7 o'clock. This is where we say good morning to you, Grenada, Carriacou, PD, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. Good morning for today, Friday. It is the 7th day of March. Of course, Gordon Joseph in your company and loving every second of it. Here to remind you once again that it is a good day to have a good day, yeah? Nice. And saying good morning to Mary E. Banks, Yulin Alexander, Mildred Smith. Good morning to all my online peeps as usual. Hope you all are doing well. Joanne Brathwaite Batson says good morning, Mr. Joseph, dedicated listeners and viewers. Happy and blessed Friday, everyone. Nice. In the interest of time, as the younger folks would say, no sticking this morning. Let's run straight into it. Let's get into the word of the day. And that word today is lucid. Lucid, L-U-C-I-D, lucid. And lucid means clear and easy to understand. Lucid, L-U-C-I-D, clear and easy to understand. And here's how we can use that word in a sentence. His explanation of the concept was remarkably lucid. Lucid, I love that word. I'm a very lucid person. Very lucid. 24 minutes on to 7. Good morning to all the wonderful folks inside of Hermitage and surrounding areas. Peggy Swim, good morning. Hess and the boys, good morning. Leakey, the guys in Monktrich and Montrule, Snell Hall, good morning. Munich, good morning to you. Petlin and the crew, good morning. Yeah. Hope, good morning. Are you hopeful today that you're going to have a good day? Well, let me tell you this. It is a good day to have a good day. Nadisha, this is your segment. You and the folks inside of Coffee and surrounding areas. Miss G inside of Coffee, good morning to you. Holmesy and Abigail and the Holmes family. The Sandersons, good morning. The motivational tip of the day is up next. And it says this morning, learn something new every day. Small amounts of knowledge gained daily add up over time and help you stay ahead. Yeah, small amounts of energy gained daily add up. They add up over time and they help you stay ahead. So learn something new every day. Hence the reason why, sometimes my children, they used to tell me that I'm weird in the sense that I watch one movie over and over and over because every time I look at it, I see something I hadn't seen before. Learn something new every day. And I want to thank my good friend, the vet Andre from Grenville. He, in all the years of me doing pigs growing up and stuff and then getting into it in a commercial way in recent times, I never knew of that disease and the treatment for it, Scoban. I want to say good morning to Kelon and the folks at the pet shop for the Renwick and Thompson pet shop on the Carnage, and they've got quite a very supportive and learned staff that can guide you and so forth as well. Good morning. Yeah. So learn something new every day. Every day, try to learn something new. Even a mathematical concept that you did not understand since in primary school, go revisit it. Yeah, I want to make somebody dance, but Colin Davis is not finishing singing this morning. I want to make somebody dance. Yeah. Guess who's dancing? Yulin is.
Holy Spirit, take my soul.
But you know the time, right? We've got to do the March 13th quiz, and want to say congratulations to all the winners thus far. And this morning, it's very simple. Which of the following statements is not true? Which of the following statements is not true? And listen carefully. By February 1981, about 881 persons out of approximately 2,738 who were previously unable to read or write satisfactorily completed the CPE course. That's kind of long. That was A. B. The CPE produced 2 basic texts: Forward Ever, a teacher's manual, and Let Us Learn Together, a 14-lesson literacy reader.
Just like your
C. Education is a privilege was a slogan of the CPE program. And D. Education is a right, not a privilege, was a slogan of the CPE program. This one is nice. Let's go to the telephone line and see if somebody can come up with this answer. Good morning. Okay, we lost that caller. 435-2041. It's 20 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Which of the following statements were not true? Was not true? A. By February 1981, about 881 persons out of approximately 2,738 who were previously unable to read and write satisfactorily completed the CPE course. That was A. B. The CPE produced 2 basic texts: Forward Ever, a teacher's manual, and Let Us Learn Together, a 14-lesson literacy reader. C. Education is a privilege was a slogan of the CPE program. And D. Education is a right, not a privilege. That was a slogan of the CPE program. Let's go to the telephone line. Good morning. Caller, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning.
You need to turn that down, man. Come on, turn it down.
Yeah.
All right, good. Tell me, which one? A, B, C, or D?
D.
D.
Yeah.
And D says education is a right, not a privilege. Where are you calling from?
No. I have that wrong. Not this one.
Okay, which one then?
Give me that again.
Okay, so A is by February 1981, about 881 persons out of approximately 2,738 who were previously unable to read or write satisfactorily completed the CPE course. That was A. B was the CPE produced 2 basic texts. Forward Ever was a teacher's manual, and Let Us Learn Together, a 14-lesson literacy reader. And C was education is a privilege was a slogan of the CPE program, and D, education is a right, not a privilege, was a slogan of the CPE program. Which one of them?
D.
D.
Yeah.
Okay, and where are you calling from?
Laboratory.
All right, well, you are correct. Despite it appeared to be a bit complicated, it is correct. The correct answer is education is a privilege and not a right. Education is a privilege. It was not a... Okay, so that is correct. Let's take your number off the air. Stay on the phone, please. All right, the caller just disappeared. I tried to engage him to get his contacts, but he is correct. Education is a privilege was a slogan of the revolution. All right. right, 14 or 16 minutes until. Let's I hope that caller calls back. But in the interim, let's see what's buzzing this morning. All right, the country's revenue and expenditure to be presented today. And welcome home motorcade planned for Sunday, March 9th for Ultimate Soca Champion Renroy Auguste Blackadan. And in the region, CDB pumps 17 million US into bold overhaul of St. Lucia's education system. Internationally, Trump pauses some Canada and Mexico tariffs until next month. And in sports, the 5th edition of the LQ Sports Junior Table Tournament will be served up this weekend with regional teams in the lineup. So we've got these and more in the AM edition of News, Sports and the Weather, which comes up right after these messages.
Choice Promotions in association with Investment Migration Agency of Grenada, together with our Riser Credit Union, presents the inaugural Virgin Parish Relay Meet. This is the real mini Olympics, Saturday, March 8th. Lassages playing field in St. David. Relay action featuring the top clubs and schools from across Grenada, competing for cash prizes and more. Come see the nation's best athletes as they prepare for Intercall and Carifta Games 2025. First call to action is at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, featuring live entertainment and excitement in the tug-of-war competition. Admission $10 adults, $5 children. Come to Virgin Parish, St. David on Saturday, March 8th for the Virgin Parish Relay Meet. Come share in the excitement and speed and see you there.
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Friday, March 7th, 2025. Coming up in the news, the country's revenue and expenditure to be presented today. And a welcome home motorcade planned for Sunday, March 9th for the Ultimate Soca Champion, Renroy Blackadan Auguste. In the region, CDB pumps 17 million US into bold overhaul of St. Lucia's education system. Internationally, Trump pauses some Canada and Mexico tariffs until next month. And in sports, the 5th edition of the LQ Sports Junior Table Tennis Tournament will be served off this weekend with regional teams in the lineup. We've got these stories and so much more after these messages.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
A good Friday morning to you with the news in detail. I am Gordon Joseph. Finance Minister Dennis Cornwall will today present the 2025 budget, which will reflect an increase in recurrent expenditure over the 2024 estimates. This increase, according to information from the Ministry of Finance, is driven by increased employee compensation due to the regularization of employees, the 5% salary increase for 2025 agreed to with the public sector unions, pay parity adjustments for police officers and pension obligations, including the past credit due amount under the new public service pension plan. Information released by the Ministry of Finance shows that the government's strategic priorities for the 2025 budget year are outlined in the Medium-Term Action Plan, the MTAP, for 2023 to 2025. Now, Grenadians can look forward to presentations on key priorities for the 2025 budget, which are reconstruction and recovery in the aftermath of Hurricane Beryl, education and skills development, youth empowerment, health and wellness, physical and digital infrastructure, agriculture, food security and the marine industry, culture and the creative industry, energy transition and environmental sustainability, economic growth, job creation and social protection, and finally, citizens' safety and security. Following Cornwall's presentation, Opposition Leader Emmeline Pierre will deliver her rebuttal on Monday, which will be followed by contributions from other members of Parliament in the lower house. The upper house of Parliament will then convene to debate and approve the estimates, paving the way for it to go into effect before April 1st, 2025. Grenadian youth leaders Raheem Smith and Zinzi Noel have been appointed to the United Nations, Barbados and Eastern Caribbean Youth Advisory Group. Their appointments came into effect in January this year. Zinzi Noel, a youth parliamentarian and disability youth advocate, returns to the YAG for a second one-year term, whilst Raheem Smith, an environment and humanitarian youth leader, joins as a new member. Reflecting on her tenure, Noel, who is pleased to serve for another term, said she's honored to continue advocating for inclusivity and accessibility because real progress leaves no one behind. The Youth Advisory Group, or YAG, is a flagship youth development program of the United Nations Sub-Regional Office, which brings together young, enterprising leaders from Barbados and the OECS member states to engage in and advise on youth-related initiatives of the United Nations Development System. Some residents of Bellevue South on the sister isle of Carriacou are expressing their concerns and seeking answers to development taking place mere yards away from their place of residence. Speaking to a news desk via telephone earlier yesterday, Jeffrey Isaac said the activity started last Sunday when, without any prior consultation with residents, they were greeted by the sound of heavy machines clearing lands in close proximity to their homes. We have more in this.
The thing is that we have no idea of why that is happening, what it's for. I've heard word that it is something to do with a government project, the Ministry of Carriacou and Diplomatic Affairs, but we've had no such communication, no consultation, nothing of the sort with the ministry or its representatives or government agency.
Isaac believes even if it's a government or private project, the community should have a say.
So the first thing is having no information whatsoever that this thing is happening outside your door and you don't know what's happening, that the land is being cleared and you have no idea what's going on. The immediate impact is that there are people living right next door, so now they're exposed in one way that people enjoy privacy of some sort and their comforts. But now you come out your porch and there's this big space and you're being told, oh, something is going to be erected there. But really, the greater concern is not just that. It is that if something is happening and we are residents in the area, we are the community, that the community at least should be informed, if not involved, because ideally they should be involved as stakeholders, as potential beneficiaries. So it is the manner in which the thing is being executed, not a question of whether it's a good thing, because we don't know what the thing is, but that you're not included at all and you're not told or consulted. That is really not the way to do things, and one has to expect better. And if better is not being had, one has to express concern about it.
A GBN contacted the Ministry of Carriacou and Pitimatnik Affairs and local government for a response to the concerns of the citizens. Public Relations Officer Diana Isaac said the project is being done in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and is part of building resilience and recovery as the island recovers from the recent blow from Hurricane Beryl.
The Ministry of Carriacou and Pitimatnik Affairs and local government, we understand and we note the concerns of the residents of the community of Bellevue South in relation to the clearing of lands for the establishment of a containerized clinic in the area. However, as we note the concerns, we do apologize for not consulting with them beforehand, and they will be informed shortly as to the next step for the project. It is a project that will benefit the people of Carriacou and Pitimatnik positively, and we would like to work hand in hand with the community or any other community on Carriacou and Pitimatnik as we go forward in the establishment of this containerized clinic.
And that story concludes the first segment of news, the local segment. Stay with us, news from around the region and internationally, straight up. In the region, the Caribbean Development Bank, the CDB, has approved a U.S. $17 million loan to support the government of St. Lucia's mission to expand access to quality education, modernize infrastructure, and enhance teacher training. In a landmark effort to improve educational outcomes in St. Lucia, the Program for Education, Realignment, and Transformation, St. Lucia aims to tackle key challenges in the education system by focusing on improving its quality, equity, and relevance. Designed to equip students with the skills and knowledge needed to succeed in the 21st century, the program aims to drive both social and economic development. As part of the initiative, a dedicated school for students with special needs will be constructed, and several existing schools will be retrofitted to meet modern safety and design standards. Meanwhile, the government of Haiti has opened its third international airport in La Caille, a quieter region in the country's southwest, providing an alternative to the violence-stricken capital, Port-au-Prince. The newly upgraded Antoine Simon Airport now joins Toussaint Louverture Airport in Port-au-Prince and Cap Haitian Airport in the north, enhancing both international connectivity and internal mobility. The launch was officially led by Leslie Voltaire, head of the Transnational Presidential Council, the CPT, who highlighted the airport's role in fostering economic growth in the southern department. Now, looking further afield, some of the sweeping tariffs imposed on Mexican and Canadian goods imported into the United States will be suspended until next month, President Donald Trump says. The one-month exemption includes goods covered under the USMCA trade agreement negotiated during Trump's first term. The U.S. enacted sweeping 25% tariffs on its North American neighbors earlier this week after previously delaying them for a month. Earlier, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau said a recent call with Trump was colorful, adding that Ottawa will continue to be in a trade war for the foreseeable future. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, meanwhile, calls Trudeau a numbskull and warns his approach on tariffs could lead to them being raised. Trump has said he wants to use tariffs to protect U.S. jobs and manufacturing and to prevent illegal migration and drug trafficking. A numbskull. International leaders. I expected better. Meanwhile, the Chinese government wants to create 1 million new jobs this year as young people struggle to find work. It comes as the world's second largest economy faces numerous challenges. We have more in this report.
Premier Li Qiang said China must ensure there's no large-scale relapse into poverty and promised to face the structural employment problems. The country is also dealing with a large number of migrant workers who are also struggling to find work. The job creation target for this year is also around the same as China's expected university graduates, a record 12 million. And while China is churning out university graduates, there just aren't enough jobs for them, with the job market depressed by disruptions from the pandemic, as well as regulatory crackdowns on sectors from finance, tech, and education.
And that's the regional and international news. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. Junior table tennis players from St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Dominica, and host Grenada will do battle over this weekend in singles, doubles, and mixed team events, which is newly introduced for the first time ever since the existence of the tournament. This, as the 5th edition of the LQ Sports Junior Table Tennis Tournament, will be served off at the National Youth and Cultural Center in Montrouge, St. George, from today, March 7th to March 9th, 2025. The competition includes boys and girls under 13, under 15, and under 19 singles, open boys and girls doubles, and the mixed team, which comprises of a minimum of 3 players and a maximum of 5. The founder and sponsor of LQ Sports, Mr. Wilbur Thomas, is very excited about this year's competition as some of the region's top junior table tennis players will be on display. The tournament's director will be Jason Stanislaus, senior table tennis coach in the Ministry of Youth and Sports. Why not Wayne Wagity Redhead? You know, he's one of Grenada's top table tennis players, right? And finally, in sports, the Caribbean Drag Racing Championship, CDRC, announced the addition of the St. Lucia Drag Racing team to its competitive lineup. St. Lucia now joins Barbados, Grenada, Guyana, Trinidad and Tobago, and Jamaica in this premier regional motorsports series. The initiative is supported by the St. Lucia Ministry of Youth Development and Sports, which officially registers the SLDRT, that's the St. Lucia Drag Racing Team, to compete in the championship. This milestone allows St. Lucia's top drag racers to compete regionally with hopes of qualifying for the highly anticipated CDRC finals in Jamaica in January of 2026. Now that's the sporting highlights at this time. We'll have more sports for you in our luncheon edition. Stay tuned. The weather forecast is up next.
GBN family, we've got a brand new home on Facebook and you need to be there. Follow us now on Facebook at Grenada Broadcasting Network -GBN. Stay updated with the latest news, sports, entertainment, and everything Grenada. Don't miss out. Like, follow, and share. Grenada Broadcasting Network. Stay informed. Stay ahead. First with the news. Fast with the updates.
And folks, for the latest weather forecast, we join forecaster Jonathan Price at the forecast desk at the Morris Bishop International Airport. Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning to you and good morning, listeners. Here is the weather for today, Friday the 7th of March, 2025, as recorded at the Morris Bishop International Airport. It is currently fair. The winds are coming from the east at 13 miles per hour. Barometric pressure is 1015.2 millibars, which is above normal and rising. Present temperature is 25.8 degrees Celsius and relative humidity 81%. Yesterday's maximum was 29.3 degrees Celsius and the minimum last night 25 degrees Celsius. Only a trace of rainfall was recorded over the past 24 hours, hence the total for the month remains at 0.3 millimeters. And now for the public forecast for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique Valley for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be generally fair, with an increase in cloud cover and showers during the night. Today's maximum will be 30 degrees Celsius with winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 13 to 23 miles per hour. Seas will be moderate with waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. High tide will be at 8:30 a.m. and low tide at 3:30 p.m. Sunset will be at 6:17 and sunrise at 6:18. Just repeat the public forecast for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be generally fair, with an increase in cloud cover and showers during the night. From the forecast desk at the Morris Bishop International Airport, I'm Jonathan Price. Have a great weekend.
Jonathan, I'm so happy I made you laugh this morning, man.
Yeah.
And I want you and the entire team at the Met Office to have yourselves a great weekend. Get some rest because we need you, okay?
For sure, and same to you and your team.
All right, have a good one. Folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick and Thompson Company Limited.
No frills, just great prices, only at Courts. We don't just talk about it, we got it. Shop and save big on appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. Great deals on mattresses, plus free gift with purchase of selected Ashley items. Plus, with Ready Finance, get it now, pay later. No fine print and no tricks, only at Courts. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply. Offer runs from 25th February to 24th March 2025.
And the studios of Classic has just turned 7 minutes after 7 o'clock to end the news, a recap of the headlines. The country's revenue and expenditure to be presented today. In local terms, the budget is being presented today. And we also hear of a grand motorcade that is planned for Sunday to welcome I'm saying our ultimate soca champion, Mr. the Honorable Renrick Blackadan Ogist. In the region, CDB pumps US $17 million into bold overhaul of St. Lucia's education system. Internationally, Trump pauses some Canada and Mexico tariffs until next month. And in sports, the 5th edition of the LQ Sports Junior Table Tennis Tournament will be served off this weekend with regional teams in the lineup. And that has been the morning edition of news for today, Friday, March 7th, 2025. On behalf of the entire news department, I am Gordon Joseph, thanking you for listening, wishing you a productive day, a safe and restful weekend, and extending the invitation to you to stick and stay with the network because we are with you anywhere and everywhere.
Grenada. It's time to feel the adrenaline and crown national champions. The Horizon National Championship 2025 is expected to be bigger, faster, and more thrilling than ever. Mark your calendars for March 15th and 16th at the Karani James Athletic Stadium. The nation's best athletes will battle for glory in electrifying races, soaring jumps, and powerful throws. Admission, finish line $30, main stand $20, bleachers $10. Speed, strength, and heart-stopping finishes. It's all happening from 11 a.m. daily. Be there to witness future Grenadian stars. Get your tickets now at Grenadian Optical, Melville Street, St. George, and Spiceland Mall Grand Anse, and GoToFed.com.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
Angie, don't you know that you should not fly kites near electrical poles and wires? You should only fly it in open areas. If the kite gets stuck, it can cause power outages throughout the village.
Then I'll just pull it down, Johnny. Simple.
No. You shouldn't do that. You can get shocked. You should call Grenlec at 237 and they will come and help.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grand Anse, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Hey GBN family, we've got a brand new home on Facebook and you need to be there. Follow us now on Facebook at Grenada Broadcasting Network -GBN. Stay updated with the latest news, sports, entertainment, and everything Grenada. Don't miss out. Like, follow, and share. Grenada Broadcasting Network. Stay informed, stay ahead. First with the news, fast with the updates.
I think nutrition is an integral part of managing many of the diseases that we see manifesting here in our region. If we don't make food our medicine, medicine will eventually become our food.
We're trying to focus on reading food labels because reading food labels, it's also another important factor in making sure that we as persons choose healthier food options.
Join us on Caribbean Medical TV right here on this station.
morning. It's 14 minutes after 7 o'clock, and in the studio is a gentleman that is almost as up to the task like I am, but he's missing it by oomph. I'm speaking to my good friend, colleague, brother from another mother. All these headings come, but the main one, he is the current principal of the Grenada Boys Secondary School, the GBSS, my good friend, Brother Kenny James. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Brother Joseph.
Oh, you sound like we're in church, boy. What kind of thing is it? Yesterday morning, I had
a good spirit.
Yes, what?
We're in a good spirit.
That is not good. That is the best. That's the best spirit, yeah. Yesterday morning, I had a good friend of mine, Mr. Dane Phillip, and everything for him was comrade, because he was in the PRA.
Right.
So now he come with his brother thing. Okay, all right. That's okay. I like that pattern.
Well, listen, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Yeah.
Comrades, brothers, we good to
it's
go.
It's the same thing. All right. So this morning, earlier in the year, we had some. Was it earlier in the year or late last year? Thereabout. It's not so long ago you were in the studio.
Yes.
And GBSS is in a celebratory mood at this time, and. There's a big event planned. I like the name alone. I think I'll copy something from it for something I'm doing later in the year. GBSS in the city. Tell us about this.
GBSS in the city. Well, remember, the theme for the celebration is honoring the past, embracing the present, and inspiring the future.
Okay.
Now, if we really have to honor the past, we must go back there.
Yeah.
The GBSS started in St. George's in town.
Right in the heart of town.
In the heart of town. So the first school site was somewhere around the region of what is now Barclays Co-op Bank. There.
By Church Street there?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
So we want to mark that. And of course, the second location being the old police barracks.
On Melville Street?
On Melville Street.
Well, is that town school, isn't it? Real town school.
And the hostel for the boys was located in the first NIS building. On the opposite side, just a little further down. So hence, we felt, as we celebrate 140, let's come back home. Let's reclaim the town.
Well, I like how you put it, but it's like someone who migrated and spent 50, 60 years and coming back home they're coming back home for the first time. They would call it a vacation because they think they have a home outside.
Yes.
But they're actually coming back home.
Coming back home.
Yeah.
It's where you belong.
Yes. That's where the heart is.
That's where the heart is.
Yes.
So how would we do this? First, we'll have a little torch run. That we're talking about next week, Friday, God's willing, the 14th of March. We'll have a torch run starting on that intersection there, Church Street, Canash Hill, going down through Cross Street onto Melville Street, moving up to the Green Bridge area. Right? And when the torch gets to Green Bridge, then the parade of the GBSS will begin. Now that would start about 3 on the Friday afternoon.
Okay.
Right. We're talking about all uniform groups. Our scouts, our cadets, and make no bones about it. When you talk about cadets, you talk parade, you talk drills, you must talk the GBSS. So there'll be 2 platoons being showcased with the cadets. We'll have an armed platoon and an unarmed platoon on the day, along with the scouts, the cricketers, the basketballers, all uniform groups in GBSS. And the wider student body will be represented in that parade coming down Melville Street from the Green Bridge area. When we get to the location of the school, we would have a nice little salute. So as principal, I will be there. We're hoping to have all the other principals who are alive and can join us. So we're talking about Mr. Thomas, Mr. Philip Thomas. We're talking about Mr. Ashby and hopefully Mr. George Maguire. Once we can get them to join us, they will join us there. We also inviting other people who are part of the GBSS family to come out, because once that parade gets down the Melville Street area, we will culminate with the GBSS in the city concert and the Esplanade Courtyard. Now,
I like this. I really like.
Come on, man! It's GBSS, you know.
Yeah. Well, okay.
We're going to be showcasing our present students as well as students of the past. Who are we talking about? We have the GBSS Steel Orchestra. And Innocent, if you've heard these boys, I don't know if you went to the anniversary concert that Angel Harps had some time ago. Those guys played there, and they wowed the audience.
Okay.
They've been playing at our activities at school, and trust me, they handling.
Okay.
I mean, it's probably because most of them are trained by two of the best steel orchestras in the island. Eh?
Rainbow City All Stars and who?
No, you have it mixed up. We're talking about in St. George's.
Oh, okay.
You know, Comancheros.
Okay.
You know,
I must give the plug.
You know, Comancheros, and after Comancheros, Angel Harps.
Okay.
I know some people will tell me no way, but
I want to see how you drive through town this time. I want to see how you drive through town.
Right. So we would have the pan. We'll have spoken word. We have the violin. Right, because with our current boys, we have a lot of boys who into this, boys who are doing the trumpet, the sax, and so on. So we want to ensure that the boys that we have inside, that their talent is showcased, and bringing together also our old boys who are into the industry. So we're talking names as Javon Andrews. Again on pan, Rennie Duncan on saxophone. I mean, if you hear Rennie would make that saxophone speak to you.
I happen to heard, yeah.
Yeah. Aquino Romaine. You talk about the spoken word. Giovanni Antoine. You think Tivoli drummers bad? Lion Pride.
Livingston, you hear that, right?
Well, Livingston know what's up already.
Okay.
Right. And of course, we have our boy Dash.
Mr. Amadi.
And I mean, Dash is somebody who always makes himself available to the GBSS as his alma mater whenever we need him. And we're very happy for that. He give Dash that.
Okay.
He is always willing to give back to the GBSS. At the end of January, we had a Friday where an old boy came in to speak to each of the forms. So that morning, I mean, doctors, lawyers, artists, the place was loaded. And he was one of those who came in and worked with the boys. Right. On top of all of this, you need to have somebody to back these kind of artists up to make sure you have the entertainment tight.
Okay.
And that's why it's going to be solid, the band.
I like this
because Andre Greenwich is a GBSS boy.
You're very poetic, eh? You know that? Anybody told you that?
No, I'm learning that now.
You're very poetic. You have a way with the words and getting them to line up with each other and make them colorful.
The gift of gab.
Yes.
I am a GBSS boy.
Mr. Ashby will be so proud.
A chip off that block.
Yes. Good morning, Mr. Ashby.
Yes, so Solid will be there with us to ensure that the place is live and to keep it together nicely. Right? Now, this whole concert should start about 4 o'clock, go through to about 6, 7 o'clock. So we're inviting all our parents, the general public, to come out and to join us. Note, it's Friday evening, and we know some people on Friday you just want to throw back. So we are going to ensure that you're well fed and that you have something to drink.
Okay.
Meaning we'll have barbecue on sale, chicken, pork, and of course a solid bar.
Solid really in the mix.
Solid really in the mix.
Yeah.
Solid really in the mix. Right? So the invitation is going out to our old boys, old girls, because we always like to remind the public we have old girls, right? Our parents to come out along with our current student body, right? Because what would happen, we would report to school, and from there, so we'd run a normal school day for the first half of the day, and then from there we would bus our boys who participating in the march and so on to the location.
Okay.
Right. So by the time people are coming out from work, and so the GBSS will be in the city, entertainment will be available, so you could come, sit down, enjoy. If you can't take the entire thing, but enjoy a few minutes of it as we entertain and as we mark this momentous occasion.
And I know you well. You are a forward thinker. Friday evening, the traffic in town will be as tight as a matter pestle in a sandfly mouth. All right, so I know you would have collaborated with the traffic department to ensure a smooth transition.
Most definitely, and hence we're starting the torch run at 3:00 to ensure that at least by 3:15 we have the march coming down Melville Street using one lane. Right, and the traffic department would work with us to stop it at certain intersections for us to move through. So it would be a parade of military precision, and that's why I mentioned my cadets first.
Okay.
Because as a paramilitary organization, you know what they will deliver. I mean, hats off to them. Independence Parade, they won the award.
Okay. Your cadets?
My cadets, along with those from the Anglican High School and J.W. Fletcher.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, so they're doing well. So you would see that level of precision in the march, well managed and moving in a timely manner, because we don't want to, while we want to disrupt, we don't want to hold up.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Right? So it would be a nice, smooth march down through Melville Street.
Now, I'm going to sidestep a little bit, right? And with your youthfulness at the helm of this institution, prestigious institution, people look for academics. They prefer when they send their children, and that was in the immediate past. When they send their children to school, I did not send you to school to run or to, understand, I went you to be a doctor and a lawyer and so forth. But with your youthfulness and your understanding of the day and age in which we live, I am certain and I am hopeful that you are inculcating in your teachers and your school body the importance of having it balanced and mixed. I'm hearing you mentioning all these clubs, and that's where my head went.
Innocent, you're on point.
Okay, thanks.
You're on point. On our weekends, Innocent, anybody who knows me, but once you know me, you know what I drive most times. And I say to them, that's simply because if anything goes wrong with it, it doesn't take anything for me to fix it. I'm a mechanic, I'm a farmer, a bit of everything. Now, we have recognized that the strict academic push is not working.
It can't.
It can't.
In this dispensation, it can't.
It can't. The opportunities for employment and, as we would say, for making money right now, technical and vocational, the arts.
Of course.
Because when a guy could pick up his saxophone, walk into a wedding, spend 10 minutes, walk out with $1,500 in his hand,
he has to go to church and pray that more people get married.
So within half an hour, in one day, he could possibly make $3,000 easily. That's what some people working for the entire month to make.
Much less in some cases.
Much less in some cases. Right? The plumber. I said to some of my boys last year, if the toilets started back up in the school, it could be a bottle that maybe some mischievous young man pushed down in the toilet or something. The plumber comes. He goes there, he spends 10 minutes, takes that out, but he says to me, sir, that would cost you $2,000. I'm honestly in no position to argue with the plumber.
That's his fee.
That's his fee.
Yes.
And if he didn't fix it, then
you're inconvenienced.
Yes.
Yes.
Boys have nothing to use.
Yes.
So this is where it's at, right? So we have reorganized our subject offerings in GBSS to ensure that we cater for that each of our students can have some balance. So every boy leaving the GBSS must have some exposure to IT, for example. Every boy leaving the GBSS must have a technical subject, technical or vocational subject, whatever you choose. Right? There are options. That's up to you, but it must happen.
Right.
We have introduced at the Form 2 level music and performing arts.
And when you say music, not just learning to play the instrument, but theoretical.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
That's
awesome.
Right.
That's right.
I wish other schools would follow suit.
Well, eventually they will. There's some who are doing different aspects of it. Our neighbor on the other side there, the PBC, for example, they've been doing music for a while.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So give them that. But we, at the GBSS, as usual, we look at a more comprehensive approach to it. We're the largest school on island. 768 boys. And we have to ensure that in delivering education to these boys, that it must be quality education and it must be a holistic education.
Rounded
education.
Yeah.
So for us, if we recognize, for example, that a young man gets to about Form 3, Form 4, and is not experiencing the kind of success that we would like to see him achieve, or he is not getting it, of course there's a conversation.
Yeah.
What's happening? What's going on? What are you looking at? And it just may be that this young man needs to be channeled to Nulo. My counselor went to Nulo last week, and a few of our boys who are up there, graduates and so, they sent me a picture and told us, tell Sir to print this and put on his desk. So when I looked at the picture and I started to see the boys, I said, oh God, I am so happy.
Yeah. Right? And I'm happy. I wish we could have spoken about that for the entire morning, because it's important. Education has to change. The approach to education in Grenada has to change. I was speaking with a young man that confronted me in town, in the heart of town, on Tuesday. And he says that his mom looks at me every morning. So after a while, he got into it.
Right.
And he was asking me some very pertinent questions. Gave him some answers. And then I said to him, go out there and be rounded.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I'm not saying it boastfully. As you know, I've been a teacher at the primary and the secondary level. I've been a banker.
Yes.
I've been a bus driver. I've done insurance. I've worked with insurance consultants. Why? Because I didn't know what I was doing, but I was exposing myself. In studies, into IT, I taught IT. And now, my two favorite things are coming to GBN in the morning
and going on your farm.
And going on the farm. You understand? But that is by choice. So put yourself in a position where you can choose, that you don't streamline yourself that you can only be a doctor. Look at Trevor Friday. Look at Francis Martin. They're great musicians.
Yes,
May Trevor's soul rest in peace. You understand? So it's important, but the children cannot get it if it's not offered to them.
That's right. We have to emancipate our minds.
Yeah. Say it as Bob did.
You know, emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds.
You're doing bad.
Have no fear of atomic energy, for none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. We had to get away from that. Education is not just about being a teacher, being a lawyer, the white collar jobs.
No. It's making yourself capable.
That's right. And you have to enjoy what you're doing. That's very important.
Give us the fine prints of GBSS in the city, because I have Arthur P. outside and his colleague from NADMA. And he's
a GBSS boy and a teacher too?
Yeah.
So he's a man like you?
Yeah.
He's a man like us.
And you know what? Arthur and I ran some psychosocial programs for legal aid before. He taught me in one, in the Man to Man, and then we came back and did the alternatives together.
Excellent. Excellent. Excellent.
Tell us about
GBSS in the city, Friday the 14th of March, starting at about 3 in the afternoon. It's a torch run, parade, and concert where we would showcase the talents, present and past, of the Grenada Boys Secondary School. And so if you're out there and you want to work along with us, maybe you want to contribute to this, or you may want to just sponsor the whole event, there's nothing wrong with that. Reach out to us, and we would put something together and work together. We're still in the 140th anniversary celebration, where we honoring the past, embracing the present, and inspiring the future. And it's all part of the education, the holistic education of our boys at the GBSS and our impact on the Grenadian society.
All right, Grenada, you've been hearing there from Mr. Kenny James. He is the current principal of the Grenada Boys Secondary School and, in my opinion, a future Minister of Education. And we look forward to GBSS in the city come next Friday.
Yeah, prophet too, Professor.
Yeah, of course. I speak it to being.
A man of the cloth.
Speak it to being. Folks, we take that break. We'll be back after these messages. I come back with folks from NADMA.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
Right Choice Promotions in association with Investment Migration Agency of Grenada, together with our Riser Credit Union, presents the inaugural Virgin Parish Relay Meet. This is the real mini Olympics, Saturday, March 8th. La Sagesse Playing Field in St. David. Relay action featuring the top clubs and schools from across Grenada, competing for cash prizes and more. Come see the nation's best athletes as they prepare for Intercall and Carifta Games 2025. First call to action is at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, featuring live entertainment and excitement in the tug-of-war competition. Admission $10 adults, $5 children. Come to Virgin Parish, St. David on Saturday, March 8th for the Virgin Parish Relay Meet. Come share in the excitement and speed and see you there.
finish cooking like this? I wonder if climate change is behind all these water shortages. Time to think about the future. It's really time to invest in a proper water storage tank, you know. What water tanks you guys have available?
We have 450 gallons for a family of 3, 800 gallons for a family of 5, and 1,000 gallons for a family of 7. Purchasing any of these tanks will ensure that you have enough water stored.
Don't be like me and wait until you're out of water. Be smart. Be prepared. Invest in a proper water storage tank today.
All right, good morning once again and welcome back to the conversation. It's 21 minutes on to 8 o'clock. I'm joined by a good colleague of mine, good friend and everything like that, regular here on the conversation. And like we planned this morning on the TV, we look kind of similar in color, you know. You see it over there? Yeah, nice.
A great many things alike.
Yeah, that's what that's what they say.
So you have a great thing.
So, yeah, this morning I'm joined by Miss Nathaniela Stafford, I get it right,
yes,
and Mr. Arthur Pierre. And when I saw them in the lobby, I thought Arthur, he's but he's a man of many talents. So, but NADMA is one of his portfolio at this time. So I thought they were talking NADMA stuff, and he said no, we're talking boxing. So the Grenada Boxing Association, Inc. Grenada Boxing Inc. Incorporated, right?
Yeah.
They're having a tournament this weekend.
Yeah.
And we want to talk about that. So good morning, lady and gentlemen.
Good morning.
Yeah, and I was happy to know that Nathaniela is not somebody that I should mess with because she can punch me out. She's a gold medalist in boxing.
Oh yes.
Congrats, Nathaniela, welcome.
Thank you.
And I want to know about Nathaniela.
All right. So good morning, everyone. I am Nathaniela Stafford. I am the OECS, hopefully Olympic soon, OECS gold medalist from 2023. I took over from Dariel Thomas from 2017. And yes, I am 18 years of age and I am the athletes rep for the Grenada Boxing Association, Inc.
So you actually punched down some people.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, you see.
I'm glad that I'm glad she opted to say the end because I might say something that in songwriter and she might just give me a job, you know.
You might not even see it.
That's the point. So I'm happy to hear that boxing is coming back in the fall.
Yes.
I myself dabbled. I had to be careful with this thing. Somebody told me that I talk about I too much.
Right.
Okay, but facts is facts. I dabbled in boxing once when I was teaching at Hermitage, and Robert Grant came up there and started a program, and I decided I would try it, but I got scared of when, with not much training, he said there was a tournament with some guys from Trinidad and so forth coming in, and he said, you could do it. I said, the person I'm supposed to go up against, how experienced are they? And he was like, well, you just boxing for 7 years. I said, but I didn't do it 7 months yet. He said, but you could do it. You had the strength. And I said, okay, thanks. And that was it.
Yes.
So tell us about the revamping of the boxing.
Right. So boxing have been struggling over the years. There has been a lot of controversy. There have been a lot of issues, both locally, regionally, and internationally. All right. IBA is actually out, and we now have World Boxing. So there's a shifting of the guard, so to speak. And with that, you know, when these big international agencies have issues, that trickles down to our Caribbean countries.
Okay.
All right. Fortunately for us, going outside of all the issues that we would have experienced, fortunately for us, we were able to get into the door of World Boxing, and we were granted membership membership in World Boxing. So World Boxing is the entity that controls boxing across the world now.
So in essence, WBO is WBO, right? Is organization.
Yeah.
WBO is the FIFA of boxing.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
All right. And so we have to get our act together, so to speak, in Grenada. Okay. And the Grenada Boxing Association Inc., BAG Inc., has now become the legitimate body, the only legitimate body that deals with boxing in Grenada.
Okay. And having said that, what are our prospects? Do we have people who are very interested in boxing?
Oh man, yes. We have. I am surprised. Right? I am really, really heartened. I'm surprised by the amount of young people that seem now to be gravitating towards boxing. For the activity this evening, we have a number of gyms that are on board. I would highlight them and call them out in a while. But it is an encouraging phenomenon that is happening among our young people. All right, we have a boxing gym in Tamsisi, for example.
That's
right, and it's not by our doing. We did not initiate this. They initiated it for themselves. Okay, so that is the drive, that is the energy, that is the vibe that we are getting from our young people out there. Boxing for me is a discipline. All right. The thing about it, we have condemned our young people. We have said all kind of thing about them. We see all kind of thing. And my thing is now that they are making the move to say, look, we are serious. All right. We are going to expend our energies. We are going to see whether we could reach as far as we could reach in boxing. And what our organization will do is to put all of that together and push them further. All right, that's the intention.
That's good. Now, the high level of interest, the enthusiasm that you're getting from young people to get involved in boxing. Mm-hmm. What's about the coaching?
Oh yes. Well, of course, we have a number of coaches, and what we have been doing and what we are going to continue to do over the years, over the next upcoming years, is to send these persons to train. All right. We have had persons coming in and giving us, snippets and so, but we have some trained coaches. Sebastian Steele, for example, is a 3-star coach. Joel Lewis is a 1-star coach. All right, and they have gyms. Sebastian is based in Karakou, so they have that gym in Karakou, and he's gathering young people. Joel, for example, he goes around in schools and so and encourage persons to be part and parcel.
Scouting.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So we have talents out there. Our job is just to facilitate those talents, shape those talents, and send them out.
Every organization that I speak with, and in recent times, one of the underlying problems, the main underlying problems, is that they have the will, they have the desire, mm-hmm. they have most of the know-how, mm-hmm. but these things must be harnessed financially.
Oh yes,
financing right. for the organization.
Right. Let me tell you, financing is one of the challenges that we do have. Okay. There are persons out there who would have given us sponsorship and so, but there is need for more. Okay. We are just starting, and we are starting really and truly with little and nothing. Okay. But we cannot let our young people down. We have to. I mean, some of us have sacrificed and put our own monies in the plate, in the basket, to help our young people. There are agencies that have actually given us donations and supported us and everything, and we want to say thanks to them, but we still need more. We still need to get gears, and so one of the major thing though is the fact that our organization don't have a house. We do not have a place to call home.
You all wayward.
Yes, we wayward. Right? And we have to change that narrative. We must change that to get a home. People must say, oh, where is bag? Oh, it is in this building. All right. So if there are persons out there who, may have a place that we could use, we need to store our equipment. We need to have place where persons can come in and train, where we could sit down and have training not just for coaches but for referee judges, for those kind of things. We need that place. We need an office where persons can make queries or can come in and give donations or those things. We really and truly need that. So there is an appeal. We are making a serious appeal for persons out there to really come forward.
Now, whereas we know that Grenadian or people, we are very generous and benevolent, but something of that magnitude, the importance and the significance of it, I would think that this is something that government should find a way to do that, because in the final analysis, if boxing does well in Grenada, it shines for Grenada, not the individual organization or the individual. So I think, it's good if someone can come forward and say, oh, well, I've got this building that is dilapidated, just do some refurbishing and you can use it. But I don't think it should be resorted to that. I think something of that significance, government should say through maybe one of the agencies, Lotto, you need to do this. They can. I think government can call those shots.
Yes, I do agree. All right. So we throwing out the appeal, and we are hoping that we would get some positive feedback.
I want to go to my young friend here. Being the gold medalist for the region, how has boxing, and you made it abundantly clear, you're 17. 18?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, you could vote.
Yes.
Okay, all right, good. All right, how has boxing, the sport of boxing, impacted your life and shaped your life in any way?
Okay. Well, for one, it gave me a lot of opportunities. I got to travel, for the first time in a long time, and I participated in the St. Lucia OECS regional games, and meeting the people, experiencing different cultures, and also having the opportunity to meet fellow boxers and seeing just how they impact their life, how they focus on being that, not just a boxer, but having discipline to commit to a sport. And for me, it has really changed how I thought about things. Like, I was in karate before I went to boxing.
You're violent by nature.
not violence, discipline.
So I was in karate, and then Joel came and took me out of karate and bring me in boxing.
Why?
Because he said I had potential. Okay. So for me, I was scared to go in boxing because people always think that when girls go to boxing, the first thing we think about is our pretty face, and we're always gonna get punched. But the reality of it is that there are people there with us that can prevent that from happening. And also, when you train well, you prevent a lot of injuries. And so for me, when Jewel took me out, I was kind of contemplating why was I in this sport. But then further down the line, I realized, this is opening a lot of doors for me. I get to go to certain medical trainings and stuff that we have for athletes and coaches from the Olympic Commission. We learn a lot, not just as a sport, but we learn a lot from the technical side of it, like certain things like sports psychology, and so we learn those things through boxing.
Okay. And as it relates to your self-esteem and your confidence and so forth, what did it do for you?
Well, definitely brought that up. I was not much of I was always loud spoken, but to say that I had the confidence to actually go and participate in an event or to participate in a gym, it was really a lot for me, especially the kind of media that boxing brings around. Before somebody see you, they say, oh, look, she coming, you don't want she, careful with she, but it's just a fun thing to just have in the back pocket, just to learn how to defend yourself. So, you know, people might look at you on the road and they might say, well, this is a boxer for Grenada, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But also the subtlety of it, someone might see you coming and saying, I could bully her, and then they get on their back now for now, right?
Yeah.
They get a shock of their life.
Yeah. The punch of their life. Okay, so the activity that you have coming up, is it today?
Yeah, no, it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah. Tell us something.
Right. So we have a tournament tomorrow, and let me tell you, it's going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
It is going to be great. We have places tournament in the Hattertown. That's the police drill yard. Okay. And that's supposed to start at, I think, 6 p.m. Okay. We just having a small fee for entrance, $10, right? And come and see what Grenada has produced in boxing. We have, let me just outline the gyms that will be participating. We have Body Image, and the coaches are Shane Joseph and Imrod Bartholomew. We have Kayak Warriors, Coach Sebastian Steele. We have Lionheart, Coach Jewel Lewis. Pure Boxing Gym, Coach Stephen Benjamin. Tam CC All Stars Boxing Club, all right. The Phoenix Boxing Club by Siobhan Lewis, and he is our only heavyweight, the heavyweight boxing. He's our only heavyweight boxer. So we are asking persons just come and give us a support. Come and there will be eat and drinks on sale. We have invited the minister, the parliamentary representative for the town of St. George, the caretaker for the town of St. George, a lot of our sponsors and so will be there as well. It will be a night of real boxing, and it will be epic.
Amen. And if I may just say a little something about Tam CC. It was started by Jaffa Shade and Kwame John, which were two Tam CC students at the time, and then they got myself involved. I was the secretary. And right now we have a total of 20 to 25 students participating in the boxing at Tam CC Club. They call it All Stars Boxing. And we have two participants tomorrow, which will be Londell Pope and Brandon Caliste, I believe. And they will be participating in the flyweight. So come out if you want to see your Tam CC students out there. Come and support us. Yeah. It's not just for people out of school, but as well as the Tam CC students. And we're trying to get some secondary students involved to form like a secondary school club as well. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's you answered some of the questions I was about to ask. All right. Is there going to be a drive through the schools, the secondary schools, and possibly the primary schools to initiate them into boxing at not initiate them, but give them the exposure, let them make their choice. Another thing though, I'm from Grenville. I'm a St. Andrew man, but I've gotten green card in St. David now, so I'm now a St. Davidian. All right, and in the discourse, I was thinking, how can we get boxing in St. David? But I was told boxing is already in St. David. Yeah. But how, in a structured manner? Because St. David has a facility. Lasaja's playing field, it's well lit and everything. We have athletes up there. Good morning, Coach Philip and your team, and so forth. Smeshy and everybody. But structure, that is sometimes, in most cases, it's lacking. So does the Boxing Inc. have the capacity to ensure that in different pockets they can overlook that there is structure in whatever is being done from boxing?
Yes. One of the things that this association upholds is the issue of structure. Okay, and this has been our mantra. This has been our desire. So we have just started. Okay, we have just restarted and reorganizing, and certainly getting into St. David's would be again one of our objectives. Okay, in a structured way. We want to be able to set it up in a way that one, it can be maintained and sustained over a period of time without having to do too much work. You understand? So persons they have to carry this when when it is introduced. But we will certainly look into that and ensure that that the sport is there and persons can participate and do well in St. David's.
We're running out of time. We've got a minute. I want you, Nathaniela. Yeah. Right. So kind of close with Benjamin Netanyahu too.
Yes.
Yeah. 1, you're female. 2, you're young. 3, you're bold and you're strong. I want you to use this platform this morning to encourage your peers, young people out there, females, males. Encourage them.
Okay. Guys.
I like this posture.
Don't be afraid to join boxing. Boxing, once you get committed to it, it's going to be life. I live, breathe, move for everything boxing. I speak boxing. My mom don't even have to ask me, where are you going? She knows I'm going to a boxing event. And the fact that we can find so many young people, especially there are people like 7-year-olds, 6-year-olds joining boxing, especially my nephew. He just was a boxer for karate. And it's just so, when you see young boxers especially, it's just so heart-filling to see people going out there and fighting for their country. So again, don't be afraid to join boxing. We accept all age groups. And come out, learn how to defend yourself, learn how to be disciplined, especially those who might not want to join cadets or so. You can always join boxing. It is a club that will be available to hopefully every and all schools and all ages. So come out, and thank you for listening to us today from the Grenada Boxing Association, Inc.
I don't want to say anything more, but I just...
You have to. You have to defend the men. She dominated them, man.
Yes. So we do have a beautiful event this tomorrow. Okay, so we are just encouraging persons to come out and give us a support and see our young people in action.
Support the young people. Give them that added oomph, that motivation, right. That, young people...
Just before, we do have technical officials, and these officials are critical to ensuring safety and to ensuring that things are done properly. So we have national coach Sebastian Steele, a 3-star certified, and Joel Lewis, a 1-star certified. We have referee judges in the persons of Mr. Lyle Bullen and Stefan Sylvester. They are certified as well, in coaching. And our only international ring doctor,
yes,
Dr. Deborah Ann Stevens John. She is our only international ringside doctor. All right, she has been given awards. Grenada has the international ringside doctor in the person of Dr. John.
Mm-hmm.
So
and she took part in the Olympics.
Yes, she took part in the Olympics.
Wow.
She is called so often out to countries and so to be that ringside doctor.
That's the thing about it. Grenada is just showing up, man.
Right. So, and she is a member. She is our first vice president in boxing. So let me tell you, it's going to be great. Yes. Come out, give us the support and continue to give us the support as we endeavor to bring boxing forward.
Mm-hmm. You have a platform here that you can come and talk anytime you want to, right? Yeah, Nathaniel, yeah. So I want to thank you and wish you all the best. I cannot promise you I'll be there tomorrow because we too have an event in Las Vegas, but we can share that.
Yes.
Okay? So folks, we've got to go. We've got to join the BBC. We missed it due to technical difficulties this morning, and I wouldn't want to forsake you from hearing your BBC. Thanks again, Arthur and Nathaniela.
Thank you.
And all the best.
All right.
Yes, good. Folks, that's it for the conversation. Okay.